everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video we have a favourites video. If you are new here, my name is Natalie. I post videos all about makeup and beauty. If you like what you see here today, I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave, but why don't we get started? So it has been a good while since I've done a favourites video, and I was having a look for what type of content I wanted to film over the next few weeks, and I thought why not do a favourites video. So these are all the favourites that I've been loving throughout the month of January. Just in case you are new here and not aware, I did recently have my second child, so I do currently have a 3-week-old at the point of filming. He is safely with my husband at the moment, so fingers crossed I can get a couple of videos filmed. But when I was gathering my favourites together, I could definitely see a shift in the type of products that I picked. So why don't I show you what products I've been loving recently. I'll start first of all with a skincare item. I have tried to be better at a bit of self-care, even though it was obviously very hard with a newborn baby, but I have the benefit at the moment that my husband is on paternity leave, so I do have a little bit of extra time than I will have in the upcoming months of my maternity leave. So one thing I've been trying to allow a bit of time for is applying some under eye masks, and the ones I've been loving are from Good Molecules. These are the caffeine energizing hydrogel eye patches. The first time that I tried these, I was a bit unsure about them because I was comparing them to ones that I've tried in this format from Pixi, and at that point I had preferred the ones from Pixi. But I feel like the more I've used these, the more I've loved them, and these have definitely been the kind of thing I've needed at the moment because they are energising and caffeine. These are great to literally wake up my under eyes. I was applying these of a evening sort of night once I'd put my daughter to bed and we were sorting out putting my little boy to bed as well, but I found out these are better to apply earlier on in the day. They do have a slight tingling under the eyes, or for me anyway, so that must be the caffeine aspect of it. It is energising, so I do feel like they wake me up. So these are great. What I tend to do is when I'm enjoying my morning coffee, which at the moment I am still getting to enjoy it hot because that's the time of the day that my newborn is sleeping, I'm sticking these on while I enjoy my coffee, and they are just giving me a bit of a boost in my under eyes, and then if I am going out anywhere I feel like I look a little bit better. Sleep is okay at the moment. Obviously with a newborn, sleep is at a minimum, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, touch wood, because I might have just well and truly jinxed myself there. So these have been great and I've been really enjoying using them, and I think they were pretty affordable as well. Good Molecules is a brand that I think we can only get here in the UK from Beautylish. These are ones, once I've gone through them, I would definitely consider purchasing them again. I believe I'm probably about halfway through at this point because I have been trying to put them on every couple of days. So these have been great if you are looking to try some new under eye gels. Then the rest of the products we have is makeup, and I have actually surprised myself with how much makeup I've been reaching for. When I first had my daughter, sort of 5.5 years ago, I was only just getting into makeup at that point, and I know I didn't even apply kind of a lick of mascara for the majority of the first couple of months of her life. Whereas now I am more into makeup, and for me, I like to feel a little bit put together. We've obviously had midwives and health visitors and things visiting the house, and yes, okay, they know what a new mum looks like. They don't expect you to be all glam, but for me, just putting a bit of mascara on, just putting something to my brows and something on my lips just makes me feel a bit more human. So I have been trying to take the sort of 5 minutes it takes to do those products, and then there have been a couple of occasions where we have gone out, so I have been putting on a full face of makeup. Also, now I'm starting to film again, I am reaching for more makeup. I definitely am wearing a lot more than I thought I would. The first thing I've been reaching for is this primer from e.l.f. This is the Mineral Infused Face Primer. I well and truly thought that primer would go out of the window because I just thought it would be a step I wouldn't make the time for, but the couple of times I've applied foundation without primer, I've noticed the difference. So I reached for this one, which I randomly found in the back of a drawer when having a sort out. I did think I decluttered this one a long time ago, but obviously not, so I thought I'd give it a try. At the point I decluttered it, I think I decluttered it brand new, so I hadn't even tried it, and I was going to just pass it on to someone and obviously put it to one side to give to a friend, and just never got round to it. I didn't know what to expect with this primer. I didn't look into it when I used it, but to me it is very similar to the one from Smashbox that I love, the Photo Finish primer. It does have that slight silicone-y feel to it. I really like the pump on this one because it doesn't pump out too much product. I'll just show you on the back of my hand there. So as you can see, it is that kind of silicone-y primer, and then it does blend in really nicely, and it does just give you the kind of airbrush look to begin with. I don't generally suffer from enlarged pores, but I noticed at the end of pregnancy they were a bit more visible, and this has been really great at kind of hiding them a little bit before I then go in with foundation, so that my foundation doesn't sink into any pores or anything like that on my skin. I do have a bit of texture at the moment, which I don't know is a hormone based thing or whether that's it now. I just have textured skin, which I didn't really have beforehand. So this to me is a really nice affordable option if you do like the Smashbox one but you don't want to spend the 20 something pound that is. I believe this is still available. I'm saying that now, I hope it is. This is probably under £10, if not even cheaper. I also feel it's not as kind of heavy duty as the one from Smashbox. It is a little bit lighter, and in that way I don't feel like it's clogging my skin up or anything like that. So when I have been taking the effort to reach for a primer, this is the one that I've been reaching for and I've been really enjoying it. For foundation, again, another product that I found in the back of a drawer, and this is from The Ordinary, and this is their Serum foundation. I have this in the shade 1.1p. I remember when I very first tried this product, I did not like it at all. I can't remember what it was about it. I just don't think it looked good on my skin. I don't think the shade match was right for me and things like that. But I just put it at the back of a drawer and kind of forgot about it. But when I found the primer, I also found this as well, so thought I would give it a go, because at the point I was kind of trying it, as it were. I wasn't going anywhere, so no one was really seeing me. And I actually really like this foundation. I don't remember what my issues were with it last time, but I feel like it looks really nice and natural, and in the last few months that has been more of the look that I've been going for. I don't really want anything heavy duty. I just want to give a bit more of a natural look and kind of cover a little bit of imperfections but not cake on makeup. This is the foundation that I do have on now, and I think it is a pretty good shade match for me. I think it looks really nice, and it is a foundation that's really easy to apply because it is that thinner consistency. You do have to work quite quickly because it is a sort of runny formula I would expect with it being a serum foundation, but yeah, one that has surprised me that I've ended up enjoying again. I do have quite a few foundations that are kind of at the back of the drawer that I can't remember whether I like or not, or I haven't reached for in a good while, so I'm going to have to start circulating them again. If you have been a subscriber to my channel for a while, you will know that I did used to do Shop My Stash makeup drawers, and I would do them at the beginning of every month, and then I would work through a set amount of makeup for that month. I have been kind of keeping to that system, but not doing it religiously at the beginning of each month. I've just been using the products within that basket, and then kind of once I've got a bit fed up of them, I've switched them out for something else. So I don't think at the moment I'll be doing those videos on my channel because I'm not overhauling the whole box in one go. But I am thinking about how I want to do it properly going forward. When I was applying my makeup to film this video, I did switch up a couple of items in there, so I think for me that's the way it's going to be kind of working at the moment. But if I do go back to doing a full overhaul each month, I will come back to filming it, and then it probably will be a case of, if I continue to do favourites videos, the items that I've been using the previous month will be reviewed that way, because there was a bit of an overlap on my channel in that respect, because I would mention things in favourites but then also mention them in the everyday makeup drawer, so hopefully that'll alleviate that if I do carry on with the favourites. But yeah, foundation wise, been absolutely loving this one, and it does make me kind of excited to try the other ones in the back of my drawer. Next I want to talk about a powder, which is one that I have raved about on my channel quite a lot. And I wasn't going to mention it, but then something really exciting happened when I was applying it to my face today, so I did want to include it. This is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Powder, and I actually hit pan on this today, which I wasn't expecting. This product was in my project pan for 2021, and I did think I was close to hitting pan, but I didn't think it would be within the first month of the year. If you can see it just about there. I'm not surprised at all that I have hit pan on this product because I've been reaching for this one so much. And now that I've hit pan, it's kind of like, do I buy a backup? Because this is one that I will be sad when it leaves my collection. And I keep seeing things about this being discontinued. Every time I check, I can see it's still available, but I do kind of want to buy a backup. Although I do have a lot of other powders in my collection, but this one is definitely my favourite. This one and the Beauty Bakery one, when it comes to a loose setting powder before a pressed setting powder, is hands down this one. This is a great powder because it does have a little bit of coverage to it, so there have been a couple of different ways I've been using this one. I've been putting it on top of foundation to set it in place, but this is one that I have just been going into on my bare skin because I have been noticing that my T-zone's been getting a bit more oilier than usual. This is great just to kind of mattify things and just even my skin tone out a little bit without looking like I've got makeup on, and just give me a little bit more confidence in that respect. So I will definitely miss once it leaves my collection. I know I've hit the tiniest amount of pan, and it is probably still going to take me the longest amount of time to finish up this whole pan, but yeah, I am quite tempted to purchase a backup of this. What I think I might do first, because I have my powders stored in numerous places in my makeup collection, I don't have a set place just for my powders. I think I might need to do a setting powder declutter before I decide whether to purchase another one of these or not. So that might be a video upcoming soon. I don't know how many I've got. I don't know if there is any I'll get rid of or whether it'll just be a collection video. But I think I need to add that to my list because that will help me decide whether to purchase a backup of this or not. Next we have a mascara. This is from Colourpop. This is the Act Natural Defining Mascara. This is one that I actually got in a mystery box that I got from Colourpop at the end of last year. I wasn't expecting much from it, to be honest, but I've been reaching for it so much and absolutely loving it. It is the mascara I have on now, and to me, I don't feel like it's as natural as I thought it was going to be. It does have a nice fluffy wand to it, which picks up a nice amount of product. The consistency of the formula for me is that kind of perfect sweet spot between being a dry formula and a wet formula. So this is the formula that I do like to go for. You can layer this one quite easily and it takes a while before it does get spider-like, and I do like how this one builds up. I was expecting that this would make my lashes black and that was about it. I have seen a handful of reviews on it and people were saying that it just did nothing for them, but I say for me, I really like it. The only issue I have is it does smudge slightly, but not an awful lot, nothing I can't get past, so I have been really enjoying this one, and this was a nice surprise as well because I just wasn't expecting much. I did think this would be a bit too natural of a mascara, but yeah, highly recommend this one. Another Colourpop product I've been loving recently is one of their Super Shock shadows. This one is in the shade How Far I Will Go and was from their recent Princess collection. So this is the Moana shadow. So it does have the pretty little shell on the lid there, and it is this gorgeous kind of bronzy rose goldy champagne-y type of shade. It is just really nice, and this has been perfect for if I've been wanting to put a bit of eyeshadow on just to kind of complete a look if I'm going out somewhere more than just down to the shops or something, and I don't want to get a whole palette out and it be a whole 10-15 minute thing. I just want something quick and done. This is the shadow that I will reach for. I did actually apply this all over my lids when I was in labour and it did stay pretty well. I wasn't intending to wear any makeup when I went into labour. It was just going to be a case of if I went into labour in the middle of the day, whatever makeup I had on, I would obviously just keep on. But I did go into labour at 4 AM, so it was the middle of the night, I was fast asleep, and I wasn't going to go to the effort of putting anything on. But my contractions were coming quite thick and fast, and the hospital had said that I couldn't go in yet because they weren't as close as they wanted them to be. So I was doing anything to kind of distract myself. I was pacing around all over the house, and what I ended up doing between contractions is putting a little bit of makeup on just to distract myself. So it would be a case of I kind of filled in one brow, had a contraction, filled in another brow, had another contraction, and kind of went along like that. So I ended up having time to, I think, even put a bit of blush on and then put some eyeshadow on. My brain couldn't comprehend creating a look from a whole shadow, so I just grabbed this and just put this all over my lid. Sometimes I have a bit of an issue where this does kind of transfer to the top of my lid. I was fully expecting me to have glitter all down my face by the time the baby was born, but it did stay in place pretty well. But I really liked how it looked, and then it meant that I did have some slight residue of this on my lids when I had my first photo with the baby and it looked a bit more put together. So this has been a great one, and since the baby's been born I have been reaching for this one again quite a lot, just when I want a little something just to pull a look together a little bit more. Then finally we just have some lip products left. The first one to mention is this lip balm from McGrath. This is just the clear lip balm, and obviously it's just a mini of it. I think this is limited edition packaging. Lip balm has been an absolute godsend since the baby was born. My lips have been so dry. I do have a couple of lip balms in my collection, but this one is definitely my favourite, and it's quite nice that it's kind of bougie, so I feel like I'm treating myself whenever I use it. I have this next to my bed and I'm constantly applying it whenever I wake up for feeds and things like that because my lips just get so dry. I am drinking a lot of water, but for some reason I just can't seem to keep any moisture in my lips, and this is such a nice lip balm. And it is nice because it is just a clear unscented lip balm, kind of no frills, but it is really nice and has definitely been helping put some moisture back in my lips. I do have a couple of these in my collection. I think I have one with the white packaging, which might be my handbag, and then I do have this one. Then I do have a couple of pigmented lip balms as well from McGrath. These are definitely lip balms that once I've used up the ones in my collection that I have, I would go on to purchase the full size because all the ones I have are minis, but hands down my favourite lip balm formula. The next lip product is from Maybelline, and this is one of their Superstay ink crayons. I have this one in the shade Lead the Way, which is a really pretty pink shade. I'll just do a quick swatch. Kind of like a almost corally pink shade, but these lip products are just so comfortable on the lips. They do have a really good staying power, which is good because I am still wearing masks and everything whenever I go to the shops and things, and these do not budge under the masks. They also, when they fade down, probably because of the colour, they do fade down gracefully. When I first tried this product, I didn't like it as much as the liquid lipstick versions of their Superstay, but now I've just reached for this one so much more than them, and this is probably my most reached for lip product, as well as the next one I'm going to mention in the month of January. I did have about 5 or 6 of them in my makeup drawer, but it's pretty much been this one and the next one that I've been reaching for more often than not, so absolutely love this formula and love this shade. I did actually nip into a physical Superdrug yesterday on the way to pick up my daughter from school, and I did see they had quite a few new shades in these. I did nearly pick one up, but I know I have such a large lipstick collection at the moment that I do not need any more lipsticks, no matter how much I love this formula. I was also quite tempted by the new matte formula of these. I don't know if it's the Superstay line, but they do have a new matte formula, and that looked really nice as well. One thing I'm thinking I might do with my lipstick, because I do tend to reach for the same ones over again and I have so many in my collection, I might do it where I wear a different lipstick every day. So I might just leave them where they are, all in their kind of separate storage, but then once I wear a lipstick I might put it into a basket, so then the next day I reach for a different one. It's probably going to take me the good part of a year to go through all of my lipsticks, but that might be quite a fun experiment and make me work my way through my lipsticks and possibly kind of declutter as I go, because what I could do if I don't enjoy a lip product, I could kind of put it back in rotation to use 2 weeks later, say for example, and when it comes to using that one again, if I don't want to reach for it, I'll take that as a sign to declutter it. I don't think that is something that I could film, unless I just did film a whole lipstick collection just so I could actually count them up and see how long it is going to take me to wear a different one a day. But let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. And the final product is another one from Colourpop. This is one of their Fresh Kiss lip creams. I have this one in the shade Strike a Pose. I think I just picked this one up on a whim because I was ordering something else from Colourpop and I'd seen someone say about them being a really nice comfortable lip formula, and at that time my lips were starting to get a bit dry and I wanted a comfortable lip formula. So this is how the doe foot comes on that one. I'm not 100% sold on the shape of the doe foot. I feel like you do have to dip in a couple of times, but it's not the end of the world. And that is the shade here. Obviously you can see the kind of shades that I like to reach for, a nudie pink shade, but this one is really nice, and this is one of those kind of lip products that my lips put better. I feel like you can't always see it on my lips, but my husband says that you can, and it is such a comfortable lip product. And because it is kind of barely noticeable in that respect, it does fade off really gracefully. It doesn't have the longest amount of staying power, but for this kind of product it's not too bad. I'd say it's just so comfortable, and it's one of those lipsticks where you don't feel like you're wearing anything at all, so I've been really enjoying reaching for that quite a lot as well. And this is another reason why I kind of want to do this, work my way through my lipstick collection, because I've just been constantly reaching for these 2 products in the past month. I need to reach for other lipsticks in my collection. As much as it'll pain me to do so, because I do kind of want to wear them that one more time, I think these just need to go straight in the basket of worn lip products, because I have so many others to go through that these don't need to be included in that, because these definitely aren't going anywhere. So that is all the products that I've been loving in the past month. A fair mix of different things there, but like I say, I've definitely noticed a shift in the type of products I've been reaching for. I've been going for a lot more simple makeup, a lot more lightweight when it comes to lipsticks. I'm wanting more comfort over super long lasting, so it was quite interesting to pull these items together. But other than that, that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.